Flavors and spices. It's a cook's necessary to make something that tastes. When I worked up at a summer camp as a cook, bottle washer, busboy, and what have you, assistant cook, the first time I went up there, Sunday dinners were, but when I went up there to work, I came up there with a tray of spices, flavors. My father said, "Yeah, you're going to do this," because I was being taught at home, because the next season I will be up there. I will be an assistant cook, and I want to shine. And as my father says, well, all the meals during the week can be blah. On Sunday, they better sparkle. And they did. And then you got those nice little fruit salads and nice little pastries and a lot of nice little this and a little nice little that. And one of my jobs was to go to a local bakery and get something that specified ingredients and specify flavors, like in chocolate chip cookies. What kind of chocolate are you going to use? There's many different forms of chocolate. What kind of chocolate are you going to use? Which helped me when I was working for Baker. But up there, that thing, and then I was doing that thing, and for Sunday dinner, we made sure that it zinged. It was something people talked about, which is very funny because people talked about it. And it seemed that we had more people on Sunday that showed up for dinner, Sunday dinner, or lunch, or what have you, that were there to swim, dance, do anything else. Some of the it got around that, hey, that's the place you should go to. It's a private lodge, but they don't mind people coming in there and paying. And wow. Otherwise, it was pretty good. We learned to have Sunday, especially for Sundays, because of the parents were showing up with their handicapped children. And it basically, you had people who were paying, you were also having people who paid for lunch. Special lunch. It wasn't just blah, it was special lunch. And then we had a deal with a local butcher. One thing. Well, we're going to have steak today. Well, we have to be special steaks. We get the steaks in there, we put them in the freezer, and thaw them out, marinate them, and yes, he said, wow, I like this place. When we got the fish, it was the same thing. Did we take fish out of Browns Lake Lodge lake? No. This stuff came out of Lake Michigan. Well, that time was a lot cleaner. Well, maybe not quite cleaner. That thing. And we happened to have a couple extra people from the local club. They came in to help on Sunday, who volunteered their services. Right. So, we basically lived on donations, and that helped. But on Sunday, it was pretty good. And the spices, well, kind of spices I have. I'll show you what kind of spices. This is McCormick's. This is what you buy at the local Jewel or Aldi store. Okay? This goes up a little bit further up the line. Now, I shop at a place called Restaurant Depot in Cook County. And this is the stuff I buy, which I use up over the year in cooking. Yeah, which can be quite thing, because not only I cook for myself, but I also cook for my girlfriend's family. And you go walk in here with a box of spices. And sometimes I need specialty spices, specialty dinners that are cooked, ethnic dinners I could cook. So I belong to something called Institute of Food Technologists, and I, as a member, I know a lot of local people, especially those who import spices and grains and flours and ethnic foods. And one thing you might like to get by or call to the company is one of these. If you cook a lot and you want to do ethnic foods and that, this is a nice book because they list a lot of stuff, powders, grains, seasonal foods, and you can usually get something like this from them. Now, well, yeah, it's more expensive what you get from McCormick, but they usually deal with restaurants, hotels, restaurants, or your local ma and pa, and they sell, things like that. And if you want to go to Restaurant Depot, a bigger one, you go. You're going to use a lot of that. You buy one of these, right? Oh, this is Montreal steak seasoning. Ah, yes. It does. I use the word seasoning because it helps. Oatmeal is but if you hit it with the right seasoning, it's wow, this is nice. This tastes great. And you don't have to use sugars and salts. Now, that's one thing about this stuff. Well, this is 25% sodium. Yeah. Hey, it's non-fattening. It's non-fattening, non-cholesterol. And you use it. Well, when you move from being a cook to a chef. Remember Julia Childs? Yeah. When she was in France, she learned a lot of this stuff. She was a cook in France at some restaurants. When she came to the United States, she became a chef. You wanted her in your kitchen. You wanted her to teach your crew how to do that specialty, how to make that special steak zing. Right. How to take hospital food and make it, hey, this is pretty good. Or, this is awful. How to make oatmeal zing. How to make farina zing. How to make grits zing. How to make foods taste good. How to make your potatoes taste good. Your string beans, your corn. Give that just that little flavor. You don't have to add more salt. You can do it this way. You can do it that way. Definitely you don't use salt if you can do it, because many spices contain wow, this must be old. I don't see the contents in it. I don't see. How old is that? I don't see nutrition facts on it. Facts. Nutrition facts. F-A-C-T-S. That doesn't have it on there. How old is that again? Get up and crawl away. But again, it's kind of like, as I said, I go to my girlfriend's and Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. I'm in the kitchen. I'm making the food taste, hey, this is pretty good. As one of her sisters said, "Are you married?" They might say, as somebody I know is a chef also, something blue graduation there. He rents himself out for friends' special Christmas or Thanksgiving dinners like me. Yeah, and he goes there with a tray of spices and he does all the cutting and all the designing and what have you, and making a Christmas or a Thanksgiving special. But again, Woodland Foods is a good catalog to get. I'm quite sure. I don't know. I got this when there was an IFT yearly event, which is free and open to the public, mind you. It happens November, the first week in November. It's Institute of Food Technologies. They're looking for bodies to go in there and look at people, and people like this who deal in this type of food. They will sell you something smaller. So that's what I think about spices.